fellow collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the DX Spider Phone from Kamen Rider Geats. And we've seen this used on the show a lot. Each of the participants has one, and it's the way they get contacted to know that like a new round is starting, so they have to come in and hear the rules and everything like that. And it also lets them check the results, things like that. So it has a cell phone mode, and then it also has a spider mode, and there are sounds associated with each. You can also connect it to the desired driver in the spider mode, which is pretty cool. Nice picture of Geats holding it up there on the top. Over here just says the name. Over here just shows you the contents, which of course is just the spider phone. Not really anything going on the bottom. Spin it around to the back. It's just showing us all the different... there's actually really only one major button that's used to activate the sounds. The other button is for when it's connected to the driver. And then you can transform it back and forth. We'll take a look at all of that. And it does come with two LR44 watch batteries that are included, so you don't have to provide your own batteries for this, which is always nice. So that's pretty much it for the packaging. I'm going to go ahead and get it out of there, and we'll take a closer look. So here is the DX Spider Phone out of the packaging. There's not really too much to it in terms of like its physical design. You can see it's very hollow here on the back, but it does have a decent amount of sounds to go through. You have some nice white paint up here for the Geats logo. You have a variety of stickers down here for all the different apps. There's actually only two buttons. There's the Desire Grand Prix button, and then there's the Desire Driver button. And really, this is only used when it's connected to the driver. And if I press the button here, you can see on the back, all it's doing is moving that panel. So that just hits the button on the Desire Driver. Here is the QR code. Here's the little panel for the batteries. This is where you pull the little tab out, and if you ever had to replace them, you would just push that down. You might actually have to move these out of the way so you can slide it off and slide it back on. Here is the little rail system. You can see it's number 4. Got the little spider head poking out there. But basically how this works is you're going to cycle through all of the sounds with the Desire Grand Prix button. And there's kind of like a chunk of sounds at a time. There's like mission completed, mission failed, secret mission completed, secret mission failed. And you'll hear as we go. The other thing is, if you ever hit the button and play any sound and then let it sit for a few seconds, it'll call you, and then it's always Ace saying the exact same phrase. So if I just hit this button one time, it's going to do that little chime, and then I'll just let it sit for a second. So it's ringing. Now, as you can hear, it's not really that loud, and the reason for that is because the speakers are actually hidden underneath. So they're actually here around the side. So they're kind of covered up. So I'm going to leave this open as we cycle through the rest of the sounds just so you can hear them a little bit better. So that's kind of the first batch of sounds. Then every time you hear a chime, it's kind of starting again. So it'll fail this time. So that's the next block. Then you hear a chime. So that's kind of the 4 blocks, and it's probably going to call me again while we describe the rest of this, but it's kind of nice that it's not random. It actually goes through those 4 blocks. Oh, here we go. So it's always that same phrase, but it has the 4 blocks in order, so it's not at random. It's not like a Lockseed where you have to keep hitting the button. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. It goes through those like same phrases every single time you go through. So mission clear, mission failed, secret mission clear, secret mission failed. And then if you let it sit, it'll call you. You'll hear the ring. You hit that button again. He says the same phrase. It should only call you one time, so it's not like if you let this sit forever, it's going to constantly be calling you. It won't call you again until you hit the button and then let it sit again, which is kind of nice. But yeah, that's kind of all it does for that mode. There is kind of a secret phrase mode. So if we hold the button down, and then there's 12 phrases. So I think that's all of them. Yeah, so that's back around to the beginning. And then if you want to go back to the other mode, you just hold it down. So it will probably try to call me again. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the phone mode. You have that first mode where it just kind of cycles through all the different mission clear, mission failed. Oh, here we go. And then it has the phrase mode where you get the 12 phrases. So that's pretty much it for that, but we can go ahead and transform it to spider mode. Now, moving these pieces out to the side will not do anything, but as soon as you open this up, it'll say it's changing the mode. So you can hear it says spider mode, which by far is the loudest thing that it says. So you just kind of flip these out, and then you spin this around 180 degrees, and now you're in the spider mode, and you can cycle through a couple sounds here. So it makes that sound. And then it'll keep doing that first sound in between all the others. So that's kind of like a picture taking sound, I guess. And then it'll go back around. So it does the spider nets, the search, and then the actual picture taking sound, but then it does that first sound in between all the others. I don't know why. So technically 4 sounds in this mode. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the spider mode. It doesn't really do anything else, but I think it's kind of neat, and it's a very simple transformation. Also, why it's in spider mode, we can go ahead and attach it to the desired driver, so let's go ahead and do that. So it says mission start. And that's pretty much it. You get mission start and then strike, and that's really all you got going on there. And if you were wondering if you could attach this in phone mode, you can close these pieces up, but these pieces will not be able to close. This one kind of goes in a little bit, but this one gets stuck right there, as you can see. So you cannot attach it in the phone mode, only in the spider mode. But yeah, that's pretty much all it does on its own. If we team it with Boost, so you'll notice it doesn't really activate. So it's kind of weird. When you attach a second one, it doesn't say dual on or anything like it usually does. And using the one you attach does not stop this from kind of doing the pulsating, like standby sound. You have to hit the button on this to just get the mission start. And that's really it. Now if I use Boost again, you'll get the attack sound out of the one you attach, but this won't do anything. If I hit this again, it's the same as just doing the attack on this one. So very strange. We'll try the double boost. So really it acts like the spider's not even really attached. It's basically just when you first attach it, you get the mission start. If it's on its own, it'll say strike, but if it's teamed with anything else, then it's pretty much like it just disappears, and this is the only sounds that you're going to get. Like at this point, if I just hit this. You do get that kind of like, phone sound real quick before it says boost victory, but it doesn't like lend its own attack. It doesn't say like strike and boost victory or anything like that. It's just the buckle that's attached. So we can attach it to the Magnum Shooter 40X. So it does actually read it. It will say spider phone, which is actually pretty cool. And the other thing that's kind of neat, we can actually transform this back. And it will actually attach in phone mode. Oh, I'm sorry. My Magnum 40X is ringing. So I think this is an alright release. I wouldn't put it at the top of my must-haves for Geats merchandise, but there is some fun to be had here. I think the phone looks kind of neat. Transforming it into the spider mode is very quick and easy and fun to do, and you do get some good sounds for both modes. The phone itself has all those like mission clear, mission failed modes to cycle through. You also get 12 phrases if you hold the button down and go into the phrase mode. You also have a couple sounds with the spider. Attaching it to the desired driver is not really that exciting. You get 1 or 2 sounds, but it doesn't really have any great compatibility with any of the other buckles. But it can also be read by the Magnum Shooter 40X, so that's kind of cool. So like I said, it's a decent release. Maybe wait for a sale. I can imagine this one probably not selling out too fast, and you might be able to get it on clearance a little bit later on towards the end of the show. So it's a fun release. I don't think it's a must-have, but I think there is definitely some fun to be had here. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.